Today I'm going to be sharing what a day in my garden looks like. Now every day in the garden looks a little bit different, but because it's spring and we recently moved, we've been planting a lot of new plants lately. So I will usually water all of the new seedlings that are sprouting in our garden. As you can see here, I'm watering our sweet peas and our rosemary that we recently planted. Right now our garden is a little bit messy because we recently moved. We have torn out a lot of the old plants that were here, and we also still have some plants that we would like to tear out, lots of succulents as well as deadish bushes, and we hope to get raised beds so we can plant vegetables, which would be really nice. I also tore out some weeds today because it recently rained. We have a lot of new grass and weeds growing. I also wanted to talk about a really simple way you can make your own compost. You do not need a really complicated setup to make compost, and having compost is really good if you're going to grow a garden or have raised beds or anything like that. All we did was we just took a bin and we drilled holes, mini holes, on the top of the lid of the bin as well as the bottom of the bin. And then all you do is you add some dry leaves, then some dirt, and then you can put any compostable items into the compost, such as apple peels, orange peels, carrots, potatoes, skins, eggshells, but no meat or dairy. And then you just make sure that the mulch is moist but not too wet. And also if you have worms, that can make it compost quicker. And then you just make sure you turn it every so often and you are going to have wonderful mulch. A plant that is original to the house is rosemary that's growing on our hill, and it is doing so well and the bees love it. We also got some new rosemary and the bees love to pollinate those as well. I really like to just take a few cuttings of the rosemary and put it in a little vase, and it will dry and smell so good, and it's so pretty. Aren't these flowers such a pretty color? One of the last things I did in the garden was prune and water our lavender. Lavender is another one of my favorite plants, and we actually just ordered seeds from Renee's garden of many different varieties of lavender, which I'm really excited to plant. Some other plants we have growing in our garden is snapdragons, as well as silk apple blossom poppy, which I am very excited to see what those flowers look like. And of course, we also have many different varieties of sweet pea sprouting, as well as some zinnias and strawflowers. The sun was going down, so I went inside and arranged my fresh rosemary sprigs. And it was such a pretty sunset tonight with the birds singing and the sun shining through the trees. Thank you so much for watching my first video on my Cozy on Pacific YouTube channel.